That's the only thing that really brings fulfillment here is like artistic expression and sharing it. Because through that, you feel love. Like, that's one of the strongest forms of love, because it's like all your art, all your pieces, it's like a portal connection. Every single being that touches it in the past, present, future, it connects directly back to you, and then the way that they react to it, you grow through it again, and you expand, and you're painting a new painting, and it's like you've been arranging pieces for a while, and it's like
I just don't want to be ever afraid again. I don't want to be afraid again. I don't want to be afraid. I want to be free. I just feel afraid. And then...
Yeah, because your arts in the past, a lot of them came with, like, I feel like it's almost like they suffocated you. That's what's coming to me right now. Like, I feel like almost like the image that I'm getting is you, like, almost as if you're like in a room and there's these huge paintings and you painted them, and then they're all just like kind of caving in on you, like and it's so many of them. It's almost like the room is a tall ceiling room, an empty room, and then it's just canvases that are going all the way up to the ceiling, and they're just like painted with all this art, and then you're like standing in between, but you feel cluttered by them. You feel like they're all just like you just want to like and it's a mix of emotion, because it's like you love them, they're so yours, they're like your entire story, but then you also feel suffocated by them. So there's an aspect of you, it's almost like the art comes here with the denseness that is scaring you, and it's like when you breathe, you need to breathe again, and then you will create. And the paintings, they don't need to be in a room like that anymore. They can be in like you don't need to like hold on to them. Like they don't have to hang anywhere. They don't have to like be this like dense reminder, like
there was something like, in our family, my grandmother from my father's side, she was an amazing painter. Her father was, he was the, he created the choir. So he was a musician, and when I dream that I told you, that I come and I see that, art studio, painting and colors, and she was morphing to my mom, and I don't know, I feel like there is so much like suppression of the art. Not only me, but like it was like taken away too fast, or was ridiculed, or was
illusion of time.
There was no.
That's what it is. It's the time. You don't have time.
You don't have time. They're painting.
You cannot finish your drawing because you have to go to school. You have to this, and then it's the time illusion. That's the paintings. Like it's this same. It's the time trap here. We feel like we're not, even now, I feel like I don't have enough time to I actually have to edit, into the physicality, like our video or audio, whatever that we filmed yesterday. It's like, yeah, it exists on the non-physical, but we have to bring it here into the physical to touch the other physical beings, so they could start painting their pictures, not in a room by themselves. It's like here, like our art, it's suffocating us. And it's also breaking the veils simultaneously. That's what you're saying, and the thing, it's like, it's the paradox, it's the simultaneous feeling. Like being afraid to come back, like feeling that for a moment. It's like, we feel that way, like even from the moment when you come and you're a child and you're painting your picture, and then it's like your parents are like, you have to eat breakfast now, or like, and you feel like you just start like, and it's almost you start putting those things away because it's too painful to take out like your paintbrush again, because the pain of not being able to finish what's in your imagination, what you envision, it's like I feel like the ideas sometimes they're so big that it's like you're afraid that you don't want to butcher them, you don't want to like rush it, you want it to come out like the way that you feel it in your soul. But then the illusion of time, again, it always keeps, like your soul is also growing. So it's even when you're like trying to put something into the material here, it's hard because already like with the illusion of time, your soul even becomes something more expanded, and how do you have time to like, it's like layers, So I just start feeling like we need to, as like beings that have like a higher awareness of, not higher, but like the macro sense of everything, we need to look at the beauty more in the process and the micro, and like how we were reading your letters from when you were like 20, and you feel almost like, oh my gosh, that I feel almost like, you feel almost like, oh my god, how can I read this? Was this even me? Like, almost embarrassed, you almost want to burn them. But then I think we need to almost like recognize the beauty in the layers of all of it, like in the layers of expression and in the layers of change, and then as illusion of time fades, it's cool because then everything, even those layers, they can breathe. Yeah, it's still a layer because there's expansion, but it's not like the layer isn't finished, because you can always come back to that layer in like it's simultaneous. You don't have to work a layer at a time. Like, you're working on all your layers and like fine-tuning them, and a story doesn't have to have like a beginning and end. And then there's no competition, so it's like overlap, like you're like could overweave and lap like your expressions together, but then you also feel like in some way there's something beautiful of also having your own layer. Like, there's some kind of, it's not about ego, but it's almost like a honor and way to look at your own, like, to love your own self, or like the beauty that is in yourself as a creator, to feel like that proudness, like a humble proudness of, you know, this is my like canvas of the colors that I chose, where I could have chosen anything, but I chose this. And the I is not like a self-centered I. It doesn't need like the wow of others or any of that. It's just, it's a self-recognition that is it's like what drives, I think, moving forward and continuous creation. And now you see paintings are caving in, because now we went like a amoeba, it expands and contracts, and like the whole universe expands and contracts. And we went through the contracting everything, and then it comes out almost through like a vortex portal, time, whatever thing. And then it can expand again. So like I said, breath. Right now as a collective, we can't breathe. We can't breathe. Creation is limited. Something is breathing like for us, like cutting the umbilical cord. So it's, you see, you separate from, that's when we start creating, when they cut the umbilical cord, the past and the future. The past, the future, what's caves in instead of breathing. You're no longer in water free, like infinite creativity of the mind. Now you're like suffocating. So it's like we almost came here knowing, because from suffocation comes like your biggest breath, almost like when you're like, even when you're drowning, like if in the last moment you kind of pop out, it's like it's kind of an overwhelming feeling. So it's like, or kind of the anxiety, all that, like it's actually makes sense. Everybody that has anxiety, it's a sensitive beings, because we're the ones that remember the most what it feels like to breathe. So we struggle in the suffocation. Anxiety means any exit. Once you feel like anxiety, like can't exist without the other. Source even knows. It's like simultaneous. It's like what music created the composer. What composer created the music.